Well, thank you for being here tonight. This is a little different for me, doing a workshop just before the concert, but we'll try to make it right. But since we have this opportunity, let's take it as an opportunity to learn from each other. A workshop meaning we can learn something, hopefully. So in a minute, I will open it up for anyone that may have questions. We don't have a lot of time, but let me apologize also for, I know the workshop was supposed to be earlier today. For whatever reasons beyond our control, it didn't happen. So we'll squeeze it in right now. And sorry for those that wanted to jam. We had planned on having a jam session. It didn't get to happen. But that just means we'll have to come back and do it again. So, like the gentleman said already, yes, my outlook on music is that music is a language. Because in my mind it serves the same purpose. It can express what I feel. I can relay a message to you. I can make you laugh, cry, be happy, be angry, sad, with music, just like a language. But one thing about instrumental music anyway is the cool thing is I can have a meaning and you don't have to get it. You don't have to understand it. Even if you misinterpret what I mean with music, there's no argument. There's no fight. As long as it grooves, you enjoy it. To me, that's beautiful. So sometimes music can speak louder than words. Yeah. So that's a beautiful thing. So a lot of times when I'm working with other musicians, I want to help them get to the place to where music is a language. And what does that really mean? It doesn't just mean saying what you want to say. There's a process behind that. When I look at my first language is English. I learned English by 2 years old. I was speaking it fairly well. And what I mean by that is I could improvise. No one had to tell me what to say. No one had to write it down first. As a matter of fact, at 2, I couldn't even read. But I could talk. I could jam with people much better than me. But for some reason, this other language we call music, it seems to take a lot longer than a couple of years for most of us. But if they're both languages, it raises the question in my mind, why does one language take a lot longer? That's where it gets cool. Because when I look at how I got good at English, and I take that process and overlay it onto music, I realize that it works. It doesn't have to take forever. But one of the main keys when we talk, we use an instrument. What instrument do we use to talk with? Anybody? The voice is not the instrument. The voice is what comes through the instrument.
Our mouth.
The mouth, absolutely. The mouth, your lungs, your diaphragm, your Adam's apple, the shape of the mouth, the teeth, the tongue. That's your instrument. But how often do you think of that when you talk? Never, pretty much. So why do you think of your instrument when you play? See, it's hard to talk while you're thinking of your instrument. But believe it or not, it's hard to play while you're thinking of your instrument. And that's the mistake a lot of us musicians make. Is that we think the music rather, comes from here. Now if you think about it, when you talk, no one cares about your instrument. What they care about is what you have to say. But musicians care about our instruments, as if the instrument makes music. The instruments don't make any music. If you listen closely, this is what my instrument sounds like. Listen. And believe it or not, yours sounds exactly like mine. So why does it sound beautiful when we touch it? It's because we make music, not the instrument. So we have to remember that, and we, like our speaking instrument, we need to learn to and get comfortable talking through the instrument, so that the instrument, like our mouth, disappears. And what we have to say speaks louder. Once you do that as a musician, people will hear it that way. And here's the interesting thing, that's the way people listen. People listen to music, they don't listen to your instruments. But musicians, when we play, our focus is on the instrument. Mistake. Mistake. Let me back up just a minute, and I'm thinking quickly because I know we don't have much of time. But I'm going to say a lot of things, and you know, things may rub you wrong, they may seem wrong, they may seem right. I don't really care. I just want to give you ideas that make you think. I'm not saying things that I want you to agree with. I'm giving you things I want you to think about. And I'm going to talk as if I really know what I'm talking about. But it doesn't mean I'm right. Right? Just because I'm Victor Wooten doesn't make me right. But you came to see me, you might as well listen. But take my information, this is why I like to explain it. Take my information like you would receive a spice from me. Let's say as a gift I gave you a spice to cook with. And this is a spice that Victor Wooten gave. Ooh, wow. You're not going to throw away all your other spices just because I gave you one. You may not even like the spice, but you're not going to throw it away because you know someone that you cook for might like it. So what do you do with the spice? You put it on the shelf with all the others. And it's just another spice. It's not the spice. It's not the spice you're going to cook every meal with. You'll use it when you want. Or not. And once I give you the spice, it's not mine anymore. It's yours. So take my information like that. If you like it, it's yours. If it's not, it's still yours. But it's a gift.